fight in Houston, Texas, defended his title against the hard-hitting veteran Cleveland Williams. His performance against Williams is remembered as the finest of his career.
Cleveland Williams had been an outstanding heavyweight, a really heavy puncher. That was back about 64. By the time they met in 1967, Williams was over the hill. He'd been involved in a gunshot incident. Ali at the same time was at the absolute peak of his form. So it was a mismatch. Ali went in a 5-1 on favourite, and he won easily.
Cleveland Williams Ali fight showed Ali at his best. Ali was throwing 5, 6, 7 punch combinations, blinding hand speed, and Cleveland Williams, who was renowned as a tremendous puncher, just was not in the fight at any stage. Cleveland Williams visited the canvas 4 times in 3 rounds, and most people thought that the fight should have been stopped much earlier. And that was, I agree, the best display that Muhammad Ali ever put up.
This is the main event of the evening, for the heavyweight championship of the world. From Houston, weighing 210 1/2 pounds, P.A.T. Cat Big Cat Cleve Williams.
Tremendous roar, great Cleveland Williams.
Despite his unbeaten heavyweight champion status, Ali's reception in the States was nothing short of hostile. Seen as a draft dodger and a braggart, the crowd were here to see him lose.
We will try to pick up the instructions by the referee, Harry Kessler. Danny King is giving him the microphone.
What's the holding in a real close fight? The fellow that does the grabbing and spinning and holding will not get the round. In the event of a slip, fall, or knockdown, we'll go to the farthest corner and stay there till I wave you back. Take hands now and come out boxing.
The scoring here in Houston, the 10 points must. 10 points to the winner of a round, 9 or less to a loser. For an even round, they each get 10 points. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. There is no 3 knockdown rule. No 3 knockdown rule here in Texas. And the count will not continue at the bell if a man is scored near the bell.
As further proof of Ali's unpopularity, it is interesting to note that veteran commentator Don Dunphy insists on referring to the champion as Cassius Clay.
Williams in black. Williams stalking his man. Nobody's been hit yet.
he decided that he could hit this guy, and that's what he did.
Cleveland Williams, an outstanding heavyweight, has the only opportunity of his career to challenge for the world title. And he has the misfortune of running into the greatest, in the greatest form of his life.
Cassius Clay, pumping the left hand, the champion in the white front. Williams in black. 1 minute and 5 seconds of the third round. And the champion, Cassius Clay, will defend that title once again. And tonight he has successfully defended it against the man who was supposed to be the hardest hitter.
Of the third round, the bout stopped by the referee.
Jimmy, take over.
Well, it seems that the challenge was a little too long. The champion is a little too young and strong. I think a very interesting point is that the champion weighed in tonight at 212 and a half. And Angelo Tunji and myself always said that this was his best weight, somewhere from 2'9" to 212. And believe me, tonight you could see the strength and you could see the determination. Don Dempsey is up in the ring. He's trying to get to the champ. There's turmoil around. But I think it's a great fight for Muhammad Ali. I think he's proved a lot tonight. I hope that the fans realize that this guy does have a punch.
Regardless of the opinion of the boxing couple, in a word, Ali's performance had been devastating. Williams had been unable to land any meaningful punches on the champion, who had displayed lightning speed as he delivered long combinations of brutally powerful blows. At 24 years of age, Ali was at the peak of his powers.
He used his Ali shuffle. He did everything that he said he would. And believe me, in a way, he surprised me because before the fight, he seemed not to regard Williams as a great talent at all. I think for 3 rounds, we had a good look at what the champion can do.
Whatever the punishment, whatever the persecution is for standing up for my religious beliefs, even if it means facing machine gun fire that day, I will face it before denouncing Elijah Muhammad and the religion of Islam. I'm ready to die.
In 1967, the draft was closing in on Muhammad Ali. He would have 2 fights in the early months of that year. First, he fought Ernie Terrell, another who insisted on calling him by his slave name, Cassius Clay.
Ali had a reputation for toying with fighters that he didn't like, and the classic example was his fight with Ernie Terrell, who had, before the fight, called Ali by his slave name, what Ali called his slave name, Cassius Clay. Ali hated that. So when he went into the fight, very, very quickly, he broke a bone around Terrell's eye socket. And then from about the 8th round on, Terrell was a very, very good fighter, but from about the 8th round on, Ali just toyed with him. And he kept saying, "What's my name? What's my name?" And then he'd throw some more punches.
Ali's last fight of the 1960s was against the veteran long-term contender Zora Folley in New York.
It's round 4, Madison Square Garden. Muhammad Ali in white, slightly ahead in the scoring. Zora Folley in a dark trunks. A blistering combination and Folley goes down. Muhammad Ali raises his arms. Referee signals Ali to go to a neutral corner. Folley looks to his corner and is up at the count of 8. Ali is out to finish it here in round 4. Surprisingly, Folley is coming right back strong. Muhammad Ali being very careful in there. Took both rounds 5 and 6. Here in the 7th, the champion is way ahead in the scoring. It looks like Ali could end it any time he chooses. Ali boxing confidently, piling up the point.
Zora Folley was a very good heavyweight who fought all the best contenders and defeated most of them. And Zora Folley was, once again, it was all Ali in that fight. Ali showing too much hand speed, too much foot speed and mobility around the ring, and finally stopped Zora Folley in the 7th round.
fighting for his spot. A sharp right, and Folley goes down. Ali backs off to a neutral corner. It's all over. Muhammad Ali successfully defends his world heavyweight title with a convincing 7th round knockout over a rugged Terrell and Folley.
Ali's stand against the Vietnam War was deeply unpopular with Middle America. Former heavyweight champion Gene Tunney sent him a telegram saying, "You have disgraced your title, the American flag, and the principles for which it stands." But Ali had his own principles.
Now, draft is another thing that's against my religious beliefs.
When a registrant refuses this first step, when his name is called, he is quietly removed from the room. He is counseled as to the seriousness of his refusal. He is given the penalties, the maximum legal penalties that this act could result in.
Can my title be taken without me being whooped? One more time.
That's all I can do.
If he again refuses, we ask him if he would give a statement that he refuses induction.
Now, I would like to hear this from you. I would like to hear this from you. And I want the world and the cameras to hear. Who's the heavyweight champion of the world? One more time, we don't want no excuses. They may say the film was bad or the camera was close. One more time, who's the champion of the world?
In April 1967, Muhammad Ali formally refused to enter the draft. He was stripped of his world title, sentenced to 5 years in prison, and fined $10,000. The dancing, dazzling show, the most talented heavyweight of all time, was an outcast.